everyone, my name is Reggie and welcome to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you a review of The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Broady. This was actually the first book I read this year and it was such a good first read of the year and not enough people are talking about it, so that's definitely why I'm making this review, because I want every single person to read this. You should read this book. And so this video will tell you why I loved it so much and why I think you should read it. If you're new to my channel, I definitely recommend hitting that subscribe button, clicking the bell so you don't miss all the new videos. I post videos every single week on this channel, so it's a good time. But let's just get into what makes this book so great, because really, y'all have to read it. I adored this book. I gave it 5 shining stars. I think it was so phenomenal and the best start to the year. I really loved it that much. This book follows our main character, who is named Ren, and it starts about a year after her best friend named Lottie died in a car accident. We meet Ren in an airport. She's stuck in the Denver airport, and they've had like the worst snowstorm in a century, and basically all flights are grounded. What makes this so terrifying to Ren is that we are quickly approaching the 1-year anniversary of Lottie's death, and she doesn't want to be in the airport for this event. Ren just isn't physically stuck in the Denver airport. She's also metaphorically stuck in life. She has found herself in this place where she doesn't know how to accept Lottie's death or grieve or move on, and she is just kind of in this stuck and numb state. In fact, she's so stuck in this place she finds herself in life that she has one unread message on her phone still, and it's a text message that Lottie sent her before she passed away. And remember, this has been almost a year, so she hasn't read that message yet, but she keeps it on her phone. Ren is definitely plagued by survivor's guilt. She thinks that the wrong friend died. She wasn't in the car with Lottie when she passed away, but she feels like the universe is just completely unfair, took the wrong best friend, etc. Because Lottie was like this vivacious and lovely personality, and Lottie is like kind of a quiet and more reserved, introverted friend. So they had that like introverted, extroverted dynamic playing out, and with the way things happened, Ren definitely thinks that Lottie should have lived, and it's really sad to really explore Ren's thinking of that. Ren often finds herself grappling with the unknown and questions she doesn't know the answers to, and she will sit there and be so obsessed with her phone because she will Google pretty much anything that pops into her head. So why do automatic doors open the way they do? She will Google that so she can find an answer. This becomes a problem when she runs into a boy. They drop their phones. She accidentally grabs his instead of hers and quickly discovers that, one, she doesn't have Lottie's text that she doesn't read, so like someone could read it or delete it, and she also doesn't have access to her search bar. Ren isn't a perfect character. It's not just that she's grieving and so you feel for her, which is definitely the case. She lashes out at people when she's stressed or confused. She doesn't know how to communicate or talk to people, and it's not just because she's shy or introverted, but it's because she's like drawn into herself so much in the last year while she was grieving Lottie in her own way that she doesn't know how to interact with people anymore. And in doing so, she makes some poor decisions. She lashes out. She just isn't the perfect character. But like, you feel for her and you want her to succeed and you want her to like, it's not like you want her to move on. You just want her to accept and just be who she is and live her life, because she's definitely not. She's so numb and stuck in this moment, and thus the title and like the metaphor of standing still and being stuck in the airport, but also being stuck in like life. While the concept is super sad, this book isn't always sad throughout. We run into some really fun and vivacious characters through random people at the airport, friends-ish, that Ren makes to the boy, Xavier, who she has a romance with. These people, in different ways and their own ways, help her kind of not just open up and get out of her shell, but become vulnerable and decide that like talking about this is okay, because she's definitely clammed up about it in the past. I would say that Ren isn't necessarily sad in this book. I'd say she's mostly numb and doesn't know what to do. She's very stuck and standing still, if you will. It's like even a year later, she doesn't know how to act without her best friend, who was this like driving force in her life and who she like maybe got attached to too much, to an unhealthy level. Her best friend was definitely too ingrained in her self-worth and her personality, and that's all these emotions that she's feeling and all these things she's doing and not doing really come to a head when she really discovers and realizes that she's definitely going to be stuck in the airport with all of these strangers during this very vulnerable time, the anniversary of Lottie's death. In this book, we see Ren go through therapy and flashbacks. We also see her discover how Lottie passed away and how that was a very traumatic experience. We also have a lot of moments where Ren talks to Lottie as if she's there. She's completely aware that Lottie is not actually there and that it's a figment of her imagination, but she talks to her as if she's there because she is so reliant on this crutch of this person in her life and is so unable to imagine her life without Lottie in it and unable to even process basic things without having that person there to talk to. We also eventually see Ren open up and meet a cute guy named Xavier. Their relationship is super, super healthy. I love it so much. It's fantastic. To me, this book felt very raw and honest. It felt very open and vulnerable. We were inside Ren's head for the entirety of the book, so we really saw these emotions that she was feeling and why she felt stuck and the thought process she had. While this book's concept is incredibly sad, the entire book isn't sad. It's not like sad start to finish. You will definitely have moments where you feel sad, may even cry, but there are definitely moments where you'll laugh or smile, be happy by the romance, think something silly or awkward. There's a lot of different emotions you'll feel without this book, so like don't think it's like super sad start to finish. There are definitely super heavy emotional moments that I really felt for and loved because I love books that can really pull on your heartstrings and make you feel something even if it's not sad. And I think with a sad book, it's really important to find those balances and those nuances, so I'm really glad that Jessica Broady found that balance and did that very well. Overall, I think this is a gem of a book, and I definitely think you, yes you, should pick it up because I loved it that much and I want more people to read it. It's that good. If you enjoyed this video, definitely consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!